Hello. I can't hear anything whatsoever. I've got no sound. This is such a shambles. You've only got half a face. I don't even know if we can see you. Why do I have no sound? Hang on. Sorry, this is so bad. Who's even watching right now? Hang on. You keep talking because I have no idea what's happening right now. I have no sound. Can you even hear me? Oh, you can? I can't hear anything. I have zero sound. Oh. I'm so sorry. There's nothing. I don't even know what's happening right now. I can only hear Joe in the background of your audio, Kirsty. Joe, your mic isn't working. Yeah, we know Joe doesn't have a mic today. This is how bad it is. And I can't even hear anything. I'm hearing you in the other room. Why is there nothing? Hang on, let me take my headphones out. There's no have anything at all. What is happening? I have literally no microphone. I have nothing. Katana, if you're there, can you even hear me speaking right now? Can you hear me speaking, Joe?
I can, yes.
Oh, I've got sound. Now I have sound. I can hear you.
Okay, well, I've turned on my, apparently it's my Chromebook microphone that I'm using now, so not the earbuds. So let the fun begin. I'm glad we didn't
good
really.
Lord.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back. All right.
Here we go.
So,
let's put this.
I
had this all set up earlier, and now it's just not. We came back in a rush.
This close to doing Meat Sweats and Menopause from a local watering hole here in Rocky Point, Mexico.
Okay, so everyone can hear me, and they can hear you now, and I can actually hear you. So we're all good. Okay.
Cool. I think it's going to be me, you, and Katana because so far that's where we're at. But
why is only half your face showing? Why do you only have half your face showing?
I don't know. I'm on my Chromebook. Okay, so full disclosure, Thomas, Kirsty drank a Long Island iced tea, and she may or may not. I think I'm totally visible, but she just.
I had one drink, and I swear to God, like I'm such a cheap date because I'm kind of hammered. That doesn't affect my ability to just turn my computer on and make this work. We just got back late, and so we've just been racing around trying to get ready to get here, and now we are here. So yes, we are completely visible. Thank you, Thomas.
It only took us almost 10 minutes. Not to mention that Rolo left a present while we were gone, so that had to be dealt with as well. So,
yes, immediately, and she hasn't even had her dinner yet. She's starving. But yeah, there was presents all over the floor that needed cleaning. And
Dan, we are in Mexico, so we're in a third world country, and this is Meat Sweats and Menopause from Mexico. So, yeah, thanks for joining, buddy. Glad you're here.
So how is everybody? Who's down here? We've got, I think there's just Dan and Thomas right now.
Dan, we found a cool little watering hole.
And yes, we did.
We pushed our time limits a little too far, as it turns out. And Kirsty may have had one too many Long Island iced teas, and which was to say she only had one Long Island iced tea. But
such great value is what, $6?
Yeah, Yeah. So, hey, well, third world country, the USA. So come on down, bro.
Yeah.
I'm actually coming back north tomorrow, but yeah, we'll have to get down here and enjoy the it's not really a third world country. It's more stripped back and less like it's just more core. I don't even know
It's
how to explain
basics, back to basics. It's like
it.
old school loyalty, old school manners. Everything's done on a handshake. It's just awesome. I love it. It's just back to simplicity, the real. It's kind of off grid, a luxurious off grid, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have a somewhat functioning. The internet's solid. It's just when you're trying to both pull video off of, our maybe the bandwidth's a little shaky, but
in 30 seconds
Dan,
flat.
we will get you down here, buddy, and I think you're just gonna not want to leave because that's how I feel every time I come here. Like I don't want to leave, even though duty calls. But yeah,
we always end up leaving a day later every time. I don't think there's ever been a time when we haven't left a day later.
I was supposed to go back to Phoenix today, was the original plan. And then the ocean called, and I'm like, yeah, what would I rather do? Go walk the beach or, update my CRM, So I'm going to have to work a little harder tomorrow, but I steal a little time here and give it back over there. So the joys of being an entrepreneur, right? So
that was the plan, Dan. We were actually thinking about that. We got talking to a couple at the bar who we told to come and watch. So if you're watching,
forgive me, I forgot their names already. I had 4 margaritas, so.
But we told them to come and watch.
Yeah, I think
so if you're on, hi.
Yeah, but they're right down the beach from us, so
right.
Probably see them on a walk in the morning.
Yeah, maybe. Any cool finds on the beach?
We did find a cool bird skull. Yeah. I didn't even do like the proper intro. Like, hey, so I'm Joe Gleason, the Midwestern man, and with me is my beautiful co-host, Kirsty. Welcome. So yeah, that's all spinning off of your find on the beach. But yeah, we found a bird skull. And the pelicans were just going crazy today. So it was
and that was what I was trying to do. I was trying to bring some pictures on of our day today. That's kind of what we were trying to do. And we just didn't get here on time. I was trying to do it from my cell phone in the bar and it wasn't working. So I'm really sorry. I feel like we're just so disorganized. Kirsty, are your cheeks sore from grinning?
Or
am I just smiling too much? I should just look really grumpy.
Yeah. No, she's feeling the love of the Long Island iced tea made at Brian's Tap. What is that bar called?
Brian's. It's just Brian's bar. It's very Mexican.
Dan, we have a pizza in the oven, so if you can be here, we'll save a little for you. We brought a take-home pizza, which we haven't eaten there, but looking forward to seeing what that's like. But yeah, cool. So that was our day. We worked a little in the morning and then walked the beach and then went into town and had to run some errands. And now here we are. So Dan, what do you eat? Yeah. What's for dinner? What do you got there?
Brian is a very Mexican name.
But the whole staff is comprised of locals, so it's a
you know it's a good place when you see the locals eating there. So I think it was full of Mexican people, which is awesome because that means that's the regular place they go. In a place full of tourists, you go where the Mexicans go, right? It's just awesome.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dan will never go there because they only do cash only. So probably. Either he's going to have to come with us or Dan won't ever go there because it's cash only. So
he will go there because he'll get lots of food. So
best value we found in Mexico, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we actually may end the show a little early because there's a full moon and there's some we wanted to go check it out on the beach. So or up on the
cheap date, Dan. Just have one Long Island iced tea and you'll be anybody's. You'll be good.
Yeah, he'll probably show up prepared anyway if I know Dan. But yeah, I'd happily buy you an $8 pizza or whatever it costs, right? It was a $4.50 margaritas.
The tide must be crazy with the moon. Well, it's funny you should say that because we were out here a week or 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and for those of you that like to watch the tides, I mean, I don't know, it's a thing. It's like train spotting. I don't really get it, but we were here, and the tide was the furthest out we've ever seen it. It was like at least a mile, I would say, probably like way out.
I don't think it was a mile, but it was the new moon, so the low tide was very like pulled out, and
never seen it that far. Like I was wondering if we had a tsunami coming because it was like
Rocky Point has the most drastic tide. It's the second most drastic tide of anywhere in the world. So like it's not uncommon to have, pretty significant differences in the tides. But that was crazy last time we were here. And then now this time, like it's with the full moon, it's closer to the shore, right? So
it's really high.
But yes, Katana, Thomas, that is, but lots of like the birds and stuff are going crazy. I don't know.
The moonrise is 6:53 tonight, and I was like, oh, damn it, we're going to be on our podcast, so we might go at 6:50 tonight, just so we can go see it because I do want to check it out. It's going to be.
We got a pizza in the oven, and it's kind of quiet, so we didn't really our promotion of the. We didn't really promote it that well because we were at the beach today. So thank you for those of you who've tuned in.
I did try. I did post it on Facebook. And on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. So kind of typical, but Meet Sweats and Menopause is our creative outlet to just connect with friends and family. And so whether there's 1, 2, or 20 or 50 or 200,000, it's
200,000.
I'm just thinking big, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Move over, Joe Rogan, because here comes Meet Sweats and Menopause.
Yeah, exactly.
So go ahead. Yeah. You've got the next 40 minutes of content. Go ahead and share with us.
What am I going to talk about? There were so many things that we were going to talk about, and now I can't remember any of them because I'm 2 sheets to the wind.
we got into some conspiracy theories last week, but
we did actually. We were going to talk about it,
and we were going to talk about.
Well, here's one because so it's full moon, it's April Fool's Day, and it's NASA going to the moon tonight, isn't it? They're around the same time. That's the whole thing, like the traveling around the moon and back on April Fool's Day. I think that's a really big conspiracy personally, but what do you all say?
Yep. I'm guessing Dan's eating, so it's probably just going to be us and Katana in the meantime. Dan, enjoy. Never heard what you're eating, but enjoy. I think it's interesting that they changed the calendar. So I want to speak to that a little bit for a minute. And so today should be, based on the old calendar, today should be the new year, because it used to be based on a 13-month calendar, which had 28 days in each month. And so there wasn't leap years and anomalies on which month every month had 28 days. And I think there might have been like one day that I forget how the math works out, but they changed the calendar. And that's why April Fool's Day is April 1st, because this used to be New Year's. And correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas, I know you're into this. So like the whole idea was sort of like joke's on you that you guys think January 1st is the new year, but it makes sense because like the whole like new year aligns with spring and trees, sprouting leaves and little bunnies having babies and all the different things that whatever it is, right? So today is supposed to be New Year's based on old calendars. So just kind of interesting that they changed all that. So why would they do that?
Who's they?
I think it was a pope, like the Gregorian calendar is what comes to mind, but I don't know. I don't know who all the players are. So if I could get some help there from the audience, that would be great. You especially, Kirsty. What goes into a Long Island? How do you make a Long Island iced tea, Kirsty? While the audience.
Quarter gin, quarter vodka, quarter tequila, I believe, and a quarter rum. And then it's I would say 2 ounces of sweet and sour, and then you top with, well, you put in Pepsi, Coke, and then you top it with sweet and sour. Just an ex-TGI Fridays bartender from many years ago.
You had a double, if I'm not mistaken. Based
I have no idea. I took one sip and I was like, holy crap, like that's really strong. And how long were we there for? I sat there and nursed that thing the whole time we were there. And then I was like, I'm really hammered. I don't know how I'm going to do this podcast. And I had one drink and it cost $6. So I'm kind of like thrilled.
What I want everyone to understand is, for better or for worse, we showed up. We showed up. So
we still showed up. We're so committed to this. This is the thing that we've ever been most committed to. We say this every week.
Right. It's not quality. I guess apparently it's quantity. We just keep putting out more shit content week after week.
I think it's going to get more deranged as we go along.
Yes. Every golf course. Here, let's see. Let's highlight. I'm on my Chromebook. This isn't even my laptop, so I'm on a very pedestrian setup here. So, Dan, every golf course I go, I get a Long Island iced tea. I guess I've had a few libations too. They all screen it up.
Screen out or screw it up?
Is that you mean screw it up?
It's okay. I didn't know if that was like a U.S. saying.
They are Long Island iced teas are an amazing drink if your intention is to really dial it up and just get your condensed time frames on the libations.
Yeah, I feel like, but it's tasty as well. I'm yeah. I should probably stop talking.
No, I need you. This is only 22 minutes into an hour-long podcast. So. Last week flowed so easily because we were just talking about like random shit, and now we're struggling because you go on and have a few margaritas and a Long Island tea. Dan, you'd love this place because they had you order a set of chicken wings, and then they give you a free on Wednesdays. They give you a free boneless chicken wings. Which this is Mexico, so it's not the super hormone pumped up like gigantic chicken wings. They're like actual chicken wings.
They're like sparrow wings.
They're like little sparrow wings, but then the boneless ones are actually not like fake processed balls of who knows what. They're like
pieces of chicken.
They're like chicken tenders, like homemade chicken tenders.
Yeah. Hopefully, anyway. I don't want to know what it is. I don't want to think about it. It was tasty. I just don't want to think about it.
You go into town to get a new toilet handle thing, and you end up stopping off at a watering hole because you're hungry, and then meat sweats and menopause turns into this. So
it's all deranged.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing here? Like the whole point of this is just to connect and have fun and be authentic. And so sometimes we like to go into town when we're in Mexico and drink and have local fare. And this is who we are. So thanks for putting up with us all.
This is what happens, right? Dan's gonna love. We haven't gone there yet, but there's. Sorry, is this so boring for everybody that's not even here?
Ordering Long Island iced teas at breakfast, and he gets
judged. Then
not
he
by
is
us.
gonna.
We sure as fuck wouldn't. We sure as heck wouldn't judge you.
Then he is going to love Lucky's because we haven't done it yet. We keep trying to get there, but we haven't made it. But Lucky's is a new place that's around the corner, and they do in the morning. You go for breakfast, you order a drink like a cocktail. So for you, Dan, it would be a Long Island, and you get free breakfast, and it's
which is
free,
like $9. Like you order one $9
you buy the drink, and breakfast is free, and it's like it's insane. It's like a huge buffet, or you can order off the menu, and it's all free as long as you have a drink. So
they would lose money on Dan with a buffet.
Probably
that would be no bueno.
But we keep trying to check it out, but we can't get up in the morning for breakfast. So we're gonna keep trying. We'll get there eventually. But it sounds really cool. So yeah, there you go. Lucky for breakfast, siesta all day, and then bottomless drinks on the cruise. Yeah, we couldn't. We'll have to get you to that as well. It's just gonna be ridiculous.
So there's a. The Sunset Cruise is what he's talking about, and they have a for $25 on every night other than Saturday. So it's $35 on Saturday, $25 They take you out for a 2-hour boat ride. It's like Gilligan. You go out for a little 2-hour cruise, not a 3-hour cruise. Bottomless drinks. Like you're double fisting. Like if you want to keep going, they will keep bringing them. And beautiful. It's like right kind of in the bay here. So it's not like you're out in the open ocean, which it's the Sea of Cortez anyway. So it's not like it's the open ocean technically anyway. But yeah, it's just.
Sea
and then
whales,
they bring you like a little sandwich.
Sea lions,
they bring you
dolphins,
some chips, and so like you get all the nature, you get sunset, you're hanging out with friends. It's
dancing, loud music.
All for yeah, yes, all for $12. Yeah, well, it's $25 for the sunset cruise, and $9 for the breakfast buffet. So like for less than $50 with tips and everything, you could spend morning, noon, and night pretty much like. Go, and your liver would be really upset with you. So it's not a bad life.
You can feed the seagulls too. You say being able to feed the fish for free, but you literally put your hand up and seagulls will land on you and take your food too. So that's always fun.
They land on you. They kind of like hover in and then grab the food. Like let's not over sensationalize the sunset cruise experience. I
had a seagull in my hand. It came and took food.
Did you talk to it while you were at it? Like
I did. We have videos of it, and all our kids were laughing at me.
Make more shit up. Like it talked back to me and said, "Hey, how's your day, Kirsty? I'll take that. Thank you for the chip." Yeah,
it's going too far now.
Oh, that's going too far. You're talking to the chip or to the bird. Sorry,
to the chip.
Damn.
Oh, I don't want to watch this one back.
For those of you who are just tuning in. We were in town and we may or may not have had a few libations. We're in Mexico. We went into town, had a few libations, and the result is the shit show that you're participating in. So we look forward to your comments. We've always promised to be to A, show up, and B, be authentic. And this is Meat Sweats Menopause, April 1st, 2026.
So, question, tell me in the comments. I want your comments. Do you believe the NASA is really going around the moon today? Because it's happening right now, right? This launch, apparently. Yay or nay in the comments. I want to see what everybody thinks.
Yeah, and this came up quick, didn't it? This isn't like when it happened back in the 60s, Kennedy forecasted it like a decade in advance. Like, we're going to put a man on the moon by the end of the decade. It was this whole like space race. This came out of nowhere. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm the most dialed into every, pop culture or news item out there. But you'd think like going to the moon would be more than like 3 or 4 days notice.
Full moon. So we know what happens on the full moon in certain circles, and April Fool's Day. That's all I've got to say. So, Patty's here. Hello. How you doing? Good to see you. It's the most amazing trip to the moon that anybody's ever seen.
But hang on, Dan's saying it didn't come up quick. Like, so Dan, you personally have a friend that has been working on it for years, but outside of your friend sharing, do you like? I don't know how much I'm genuinely asking. Like it just didn't come up in my world up until a few days ago. Like this whole moon thing was just like, it wasn't being discussed. So I'm open. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just like, it just is a weird that it came up so quick, but maybe it's just me. Maybe I should.
Well, no, because what they're saying is that they're going to put a man on the moon again, like in like 3 or 4 years or something, right? But the other part of it is that what they're doing right now is going around it. So they're supposedly going around the dark side of the moon. They're doing a trip to check it all out before they then go and put a man on the moon in a few years, probably after the world has ended and everybody's disappeared.
You've gone to the extreme, but you've had
I really have. I'm just throwing it out there.
You've had one Long Island iced tea. You've become your alter ego, and so what comes next? we can. This is not a censored show.
I'll be quiet now. I'm just gonna.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm having fun with it. I'm just. So Dan doesn't know anything about it after he said that he's got a friend who has been working hard on it for years. Gotcha. I don't know anything either, bro.
They're going to talk to the Transformers, or the secret alien bases inside the Hollow Moon. Well, apparently it's happening live right now, I think. So if anybody's, I would love to be able to just live stream this so we could actually just do a running commentary as it's happening. I'm just so cynical about all of this stuff. I really am.
The flat earthers are going to be really upset because my question on behalf of the flat earthers would be, how'd you leave the firmament to get out to that moon? But too soon?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I don't know.
The reason they lost the plans to the last moon landing was because the aliens that live on the moon told them they were messing with the wrong stuff. And that's all coming up too. That's all being talked about, isn't it? The whole alien disclosure reveal. It's just so much going on right now. To me, it's just everything's just a huge, huge distraction. Keep everybody confused and fearful so they can all be controlled. That's just my thing. I tend to not get too involved in all of this, but
how do asteroids get past the firmament? Everyone who had an Atari 2600 back in the 80s knows that there's like a little spinning spaceship out there that shoots all the asteroids. That's how it happens. But realistically, I don't know. Like I'm not a flat earther, but I enjoy flat earth content, and I love to have the conversation because I find, first of all, it's hilarious to trigger people who are hardcore Thomas, this would be you. It's funny to trigger the people just by asking the question. But who the fuck knows? We've never left the planet, so hard to know, right? So,
well, I think that's just it, isn't it? That's the thing is like, I mean, I know we can just say we got to believe in something, so you got to choose what do you believe in. But I just feel like anything that has been put out there as to be believable, or governments to be believed, or experts to be believed, I just don't have any faith in anymore because I think it's all bullshit.
Why would you?
So,
why would for the people who believe that everything the government tells them is true, and everything that like our leaders are acting in our best interest, and that taxes are going to when you can print money, when you're the country that has the world reserve currency and can literally just print up any amount of money that it needs for whatever the fuck it wants or needs. Mm-hmm. Like why would any citizen in the United States be like, I'm paying my taxes because I'm a dutiful citizen and I just believe this is all going for the greater good? Like that's for me, it's a naive position. Now, should you pay your taxes? That's up to you. But just this notion of like, I unquestionably trust authority and government is like, and not when it comes to like the convenience of left right paradigms. Like I love my team, but I hate that team. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about like zoom out even further and just like if you like where I'm at is I don't trust any of them. And some people can say like, these guys are better than those guys. And both teams do that. And both teams have good arguments for that. But like, for me, I think trusting governments that do the things that they do that aren't in the best interest of their citizens is it's interesting to me. Like, why wouldn't you question it? And what's wrong with questioning it? Our whole system of government has been set up to question the government and then replace them every 4 years or every 2 years peaceably without wars and big that's what it's supposed to be. But
well, for sure. I mean, even on a basic level, like just relationships that are close to us, like whether it's our partners or our families or our friends or whatever, when somebody breaks our trust for some reason, we find it really hard to trust again. We demand all the proof in the world, but suddenly when the government lies to you or the government says something that's not real, people would just still follow it. That's what blows my mind. It's like, right. Really? It's like if you think about a toxic relationship or a narcissistic relationship and how that all plays out, the government behaves in exactly the same way. Like it's exactly the same. Like I can literally predict what's going to happen next, and it does. And that's not because I'm some genius. It's because this is the pattern that toxicity follows. And so that's what I look at. And so, having experienced it myself, I'm just looking at it going, I just would be using my own discernment. I'm not going to believe, anything because it's just been shown to be not true. So that's why I have a really hard time with all of this. So, so just some of the comments, if you want to just shoot.
I just wanted to ask Dan, show me on the dial where the alien touched you.
Yeah.
Dan, when you went up to the spaceship, who says they stopped probing asses, bro? I mean, who knows?
Speak for yourself.
Oh, hey.
Patty says, not convinced we will ever live on Mars. Yeah, me neither. I have my own thoughts about that.
Let's go back up to that one. There we go. Patty, hello. Yeah. Like we're supposed to be living on Mars in the not real distant future, but we can't even get people to have like reasonable, affordable housing here. Like why are our veterans living under bridges and shit like that? Like it's just silly to me that you wouldn't take care of your, like, why wouldn't you clean up your own backyard before you're like trying to go tell the neighborhood next door to get their shit together? But I digress. We shouldn't have homeless, hungry people in the world with all the abundance that we have. I mean, it's just it's silly to me. And that's not like one political team's failing. It's the system is failing. And I think that's an area of improvement. Maybe that's too deep for me. Sweats and Menopause, Mexico version. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Katan's saying there's way more evidence that we used to live in Mars than there's evidence that we can live on it now. Just a coincidence. Human circadian rhythm is better aligned to Mars.
There you go.
That's
Katana's
if you know.
a Martian. Katana is a Martian.
All I know is that I don't know. That's what I'm sure of. I'm sure that I don't know. And so that's what kind of I go to is like, I don't know what's right. I have my own feelings about things. So it doesn't mean that I'm right.
So what do you think about like with the whole idea of aliens? What like, because it's been brought up by certain discussions we've had that aliens are actually from, because the term is extraterrestrial, right? So like extra land. Like what if the realm that we live on, the earth that we live on, like we only know about. So it's sort of like it's the people who sort of merge the flat earth with the globe idea, that they're like, yeah, it's flat on this little piece that we live on, but we're on a big globe. And that the extraterrestrials, extra land terrestrial, is from beyond our area that we all sort of live on. And that's like, these are like higher intelligent, multi-dimensional, whatever you want to call it. Like they're not like from out there, like space, but more like just kind of around the globe a little bit further. What do you think of that idea? Or a hollow earth where they come from below or whatever, or under the ocean, or these other theories? Like
well, I think words are really clever, as history has proven, is that words are you. And if you really dig into all this stuff, as you know, like there's all the whole straw man thing and all of that language that we use that we don't even think about. I even think about the language I use just coming from England, because England's really old and we have a lot of Victorian language still in our vernacular that I use that people are like, what the hell, you know? Like a good example of that would be like, you know, when my kids would go to the toilet when they were little, I'd say like, did you pull the chain? And they didn't know what I was talking about, and because what they do is flush. But when I grew up, toilet systems were way above your head with chains hanging down, and you had to pull the chain, and that's what flushed the toilet. So I've grown up with that. And if you think through the generations, there's words that you use that you don't even think about and realize in legal terms, and different, you can speak to this more than I can, but different legalities and the courts of law and how they operate with what is it, the marine you tell me that.
Yeah, maritime law versus so like there's common law, like the law of the land, and then there's maritime admiralty law. So it's like law of the sea. So like a lot of the original founding fathers, when they set up the Constitution, it was supposed to be law of the land, which is basically don't hurt me or destroy my property, and we're good. You can pretty much do what you want. There's no need for oversight. And they've systematically over time, which this would be a really good show. This would be a cool episode.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to dig into all this stuff.
Well, because there's law of the air too, right?
Which is trust law. Yep. That's kind of where you get into trust and entities like that. Sure. Which all this sounds really weird, but like basically law of the sea is, so like you think about the words that they use, like your birth certificate is this whole idea that you come out of the waters of your mother and you go through the birth canal, the birth certificate. It's this whole idea that that we're a corporation, that our physical bodies are real, but they create a corporation and the Cesta KV Trust, and there's all this whole rabbit hole stuff that we can get into in future episodes. But I don't think it's been really successfully figured out by the people who go down these rabbit holes. I think there's aspects of it that have, but which are things
I definitely think that right now we're in a spiritual war. I think this is all a battle for our attention and for our minds. I definitely think that's what's happening, because everything, like, it sounds crazy, but we literally just do not know what is real anymore. We were talking about this last week, is, with AI, the things that come up on video, you can literally put any person anywhere, create a background. You can make it look like you're in a war zone, and you're not, you're in a TV studio. And we think that's recent, since AI has been around. This has been going on for like 20, 30 years. It's just we didn't know about it. And you can guarantee that whenever any new technology comes out, it's already been out for 20 years. It's just that the public is now known about it.
Right? Like
absolutely.
Some of that forbidden, like they found what's that? There was like this computer that they found like in Egypt or something that was like thousands of years old. They're like, this wasn't supposed to have existed. It was like some mechanism that was basically like a computer. Like, if we think that everything we've been told and taught in school is like, this is why people would get caught up on facts and like, I learned it in school. Well, cool, that's great and we're not dismissing that, but it's also like, what's the agenda, and who, like you look at like who did the curriculum, and then who owned that. Like Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, his printing company owned, and I forget the name of the company, but they did like 90% of the curriculum in the U.S. schools. And so it's like, all right, if you think Ghislaine Maxwell is she's been proven guilty of trafficking kids and stuff, and like her dad was the guy in England that you can speak to better than I can. I forget his name, but and that was supposedly a Mossad Robert Maxwell, and owned like a media mogul, owned all these things. Like why wouldn't you at least be open to the conversation that maybe there's an agenda, and maybe that agenda includes keeping people stupid so that they can stay in their lane, not think for themselves. Don't be your best version of yourself. Just stay a slave and go pay your taxes and raise your hand before speaking and all of these things. I don't see why that would be so controversial, but for people, there's a lot of people that just really push back on that stuff, and I don't know why. Like if your parents, if you had unreasonable parents that were like, your curfew is 6 o'clock at night and you're 20 years old, wouldn't, as a 20-something-year-old young person that wants to go out and live in the world, you'd be like, that's unreasonable, and you'd probably push back or fight back, and you'd question it, right? Like all of my other friends don't even have a curfew, or maybe 20 is too old, like maybe it's 18, whatever the number is, right? So why we're not kids to the government? They're not our parents. Like they are supposed to work for us, and why people don't question it, and why it's like almost now it's taboo to question the government is unless like they question in their political lane, but they don't question it overall. They like, I'm a Republican.
But we've been raised in systems. We've been raised in systems since we were born to not question. It's go to school, get the kids when they're young. You sit up straight. You speak when you're spoken to. Like, you can't question anything. Like, these are the facts. This is what you're learning. Here are the tests to prove that you've learned the facts and that you're going to tick the boxes and give us the right answers that we've taught you. And if you don't, you fail. And if you fail, you're a failure. And then you get dropped and you're stupid. I mean, it's all set up for us to, we haven't been taught how to learn. We've been taught what to learn. And it's only now that people are questioning. And if you were the person in class that asked questions or disagreed or wanted to banter with the teacher or whatever, which was me, you'd get sent out the room and you're being disruptive. So, I mean, what do you expect?
I was the kid that didn't even want to go to school. I'm like, right. Like, this is like, what time is lunch? I kind of like the pizza day. That's pretty cool. And I like hanging out with my friends, but like, and I'm not saying I didn't benefit from education. I did, but I also think that they almost over educate, and that they should have a path for kids who are like, some kids are just never gonna be good at algebra, so why do they have to be put in algebra? And there's gonna be kids who aren't good at giving speeches and public speaking, so why make the kids who aren't good at those things like suffer through these bullshit classes that just aren't a fit for what their skill set is? Yeah,
totally, because it'll pull their grades down. And that's just it. I mean, we've seen it with our own kids, and I've seen it with myself. I mean, just because you could be good at 9 out of 10 things at school, but if you flunk that one thing, then your whole grade average comes down, and now you're not exceptional anymore. But if you're never going to use that thing in life anyway, you could be a literal genius in other areas and want to go work in that field, but you don't have the grades for that. So now those geniuses are never going to be there, and you never get to fully explode into that area, right?
I personally believe that there probably are exceptions to this, but for the most part, everybody has an area of genius.
Absolutely. And
totally. School fits like maybe 20% of all the potential geniuses. Like you can be good at these things in school and be, oh, wow, you get recognized for being a genius. But the rest of us that were over here are like, wow, I'm really good at something over here. Like maybe it's even athletics. Like you might be
totally.
The star of the basketball team and the star of the football team or wrestling or track or whatever. But you suck academically. But meanwhile, you go on like there's outlets, luckily, for professional sports for a lot of things, or the Olympics or whatever. And you can go have success and be recognized for your prowess. But like you might be just an excellent person who fixes things. And I think this whole push for, at least as a Gen Xer, the push was for college, and like the trades were sort of like looked down upon, not by us, but just like as societal. It was like, but like the trades are what everyone needs. Like, well,
especially now. This is what's happening with AI.
Yeah, I got close best friends who are like fucking amazing at fixing anything and everything. And it's like no, these people are genius at what they do. It's just not something that was recognized in school, And then you get branded, you get labeled, you get, hey, you're not, the smart kid. No, but I can fucking fix your car, like, hey, algebra teacher.
But that's all gonna shift now.
Yeah, algebra teacher. I don't need your letters equal in numbers, but I can fix your damn car, kind of thing, right? So
because AI, I mean, unless you have a robot or whatever, it's not going to be able to come along and serve your meals and fix your cars and do your gynecology exam or whatever. You're going to need people that have trades that can do physical things versus all the thinking. It's all the stuff that you just think about, like legal and finance. All those that kind of stuff.
Moving forward, like all those poor kids that didn't share a gynecologist with Princess Diana.
I know. Can you imagine what that must feel like?
You had that glory. That's
and
a
the
meat
queen.
sweats.
And the
meat sweats and menopause. A big reveal.
Didn't that come out on day one?
Well, I mean, not everyone was there on day one, so here it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But AI is going to be a disruptor, but we've seen other disruptions, right? So Uber disrupted the taxi industry, Airbnb and VRBO disrupted the hotel industry. So like disruption is Bitcoin's disrupted currency and finance. So I think disruption is how humans move forward. The wheel disrupted, the whatever the wheel disrupted, right? So it's all disruption. We have to keep moving forward and then shift accordingly. And then they'll wipe us all out and do a reboot. So we'll have another mud flood or just clean the slate again. And what say you?
Well, I mean, ultimately, the thing I always taught my kids is that learn how to communicate, because even if you don't know how to do something, if you can communicate and persuade somebody else to help you out and do it for you, then you don't need to be able to do it. You don't need to be a master of everything. You could literally just need to be able to have the courage to talk to people, have the confidence to ask for help, and, learn how to exchange, learn how to, give before you ask and receive. And that's how you get by, because there's always someone that can help you. Like you said, like every single person can teach you something. I mean, even the tramp on the street or crazy person that you meet or whatever, it's just like they can all teach you something. Everyone's an expert at something, because you are not that person. Everyone's an expert at being themselves, and they know something that you don't. So to approach anybody and think that you know more than they do based on the fact that you have certifications or something, to me is complete bullshit. I've been fighting that my whole life. I just think
It's an arrogance.
It really is to think that oh, I know more than you because I went to this school or did whatever. It's like, no, I don't care. Like, can you understand what I'm asking you? Can you help me? No, you can't. Well, don't give a shit about your certificate then, really.
So
Are you willing? Can you?
Dan's saying that up to half of all white collar jobs will be eliminated in the next 5 years. So,
Right.
So all of you cocky white collar fuckers that think you're riding high in life right now, it's time for us all to do a reality check because AI is coming for us all. And,
right. That's why they wiped out the dinosaurs, because they were getting too smart. Probably.
But they weren't dinosaurs.
They were dragons.
Jillian, I love you. I love my little conspiracy theorists. Yes. There you go, Jills.
Excuse me.
So why was the dragon on the zodiac? Because all the other animals, all the other animals actually existed, but the Chinese zodiac has a dragon on it. Why? Mm-hmm. Discuss for maybe that's next week's Meat Sweats Menopause. I don't know.
Oh, there we go. Who was this? Have you heard the theory that dinosaurs? Oh, it's just gone. Dinosaurs are the lizard people, and the dragons were conscious and fought wars with us. I'm not sure if I have heard that.
I've heard more of dragons being like esoteric beings, more of like spiritual realm kind of things.
Right.
Than they are. But I'm like, who knows? I have not heard that. Is it interesting and fun to discuss? Sure, I'd be open to that.
Totally.
A little on the fringe of what might be considered crazy, probably, but that's where we'll go. Let's have. That's why we should
talk about it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just think that everything is energy ultimately. And everything it presents itself as different levels of energy, and everybody will look into that energy that's biased by the way they were raised. So if you were raised in a religious forum, you're going to look at things like demons and angels and spirits. If you were born in maybe a scientific area, you're going to be looking at things in forms of like atoms and quantum physics, that kind of thing. Maybe if you're more kind of spiritual and woo-woo, then you're going to look at a whole other area of things. But ultimately, I think what it all boils down to is everything is energy. It all resonates. It's all on a frequency, and you will see what you're tuned into. We're like radio receivers. And so, it's like how dogs can hear a dog whistle and we can't. And that's because they're tuned into that frequency that's very high pitched that we're not. And there's like millions of frequencies all around us all the time, but we're only dialed in to certain ones. So what are you laughing at?
No, it's just being I was like a dog whistle, like pretending like I heard one.
Okay. All right. So what have we got here? Hell yeah, because if it's so crazy, it will rule itself out. Right. There you go. Same thing.
Well, I think they like it's kind of hidden in plain sight stuff, right? Like they want stuff that could be true to sound crazy, and that's why they marginalize it. That's what all conspiracy theories are. And I'm not saying all conspiracy theories are right, but they marginalize it because we in the know are experts. Well, you have an agenda potentially, and if you had an agenda, what would you do to protect that? Well, you'd call the people who question it crazy. So
totally.
So.
I mean, it's like what you give attention to, you just create more of. And that's the whole thing is that to me, it's like, we know when you're over the target because everyone's trying to shut it down and people aren't letting you speak about it. And it's like, well, if you've got nothing to hide, then let's speak about it freely. Like the truth will always come out, and the truth is always there, and it will always show itself. So to me, the more people try and hide things and keep things secret, like, oh, we got a secret club and no one can talk about it. Well, then why is it secret? Like, what's the problem? Like, why don't we just share openly about what it is? So it's just, I always take it back down. I dial everything back down to if I saw a little kid and they were standing there with their hands behind their back and I'm like, what's behind your back? And they just immediately like, nothing. I obviously know they're hiding something because kids don't lie. They just are who they are. It's the same with a dog. If they got something in their mouth, and you just like, hey, what's in your mouth? They just run away, or they start growling at you and immediately run because they know, like, I've got something I'm not supposed to have. So to me, when you take that and you look at that and you put that into the world, when you start to question science or politicians or anything like that, and they try and shut it all down, then I immediately think, well, then you're hiding something, because why can't we just talk about it? I don't need to know all the information yet. I get it that some things aren't ready to be released and so on.
So to bring that back full circle into, like, to me, that's like, well, then if they should release the Epstein files, because if
Right.
everyone in power has nothing to hide,
Right.
then we should be able to see the unredacted full Epstein files, and then let the fuckers who are guilty all go to jail or pay the price, right? It's like,
Yeah.
well, look who everyone's like, all of them, and it's both sides. Like, and it's learning institutions, but it's like, especially if you're running on a platform saying, hey, I'm going to release the Epstein files, and then you get into office, and then you don't release them and go, whoa, hey, shit, I'm mentioning them more than anyone else. It kind of like it's not a good look, man. You know? But like,
we knew about the Epstein files like 8 years ago or something. Like that was already being talked about in conspiracy theory circles, and anybody that mentioned anything like that was told they were crazy and completely shut down, along with the whole Pizzagate, the COVID stuff, all of it
happened or not. The whole idea was about pedophilia and child rings,
right?
And 7-8 years ago, if you bring up pedophilia amongst the powers that be, you were branded a conspiracy theorist. But now look at it; it's right there. And so I think if people have their favorite politician or favorite movie star or favorite whoever CEO, I think to me, I'm not in the tallest midget. Sorry if that offends anyone, but it's like, I'm not into the my guy's less guilty than your guy because my guy was listed 45 times and your guy was listed 65 times. Like you're still guilty by association, and so let's vet them all out for the kids. Like, why are we protecting a fucking movie star or a politician? Like, why would you not go after them? I don't get, well, I like this guy because I voted for him. Whoever it is, whether it's Clinton or Trump or whoever your fucking guy is or gal, it's just get all
I mean, who's more guilty? Someone that stole 4 things from a store or someone that stole 3 things from a store? I mean, you both stole. It's illegal. So it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. And the fact that everyone's just kept busy, all the minions were all kept busy, fighting about other things, then we're not thinking about other things that are happening. It's just, and that's just it. You just
tribal. It's tribal. And so it's like, my team's better than your team. And so I win because I'm on the, the perceived, I'm the social justice person, or I'm the moral, there's no moral high ground. If you're rooting for a pedophile, then that's sick. You shouldn't, I think they should all of them.
But the thing is, because it's so tribal, people are only listening to the pedophile stories about each side because they're on both sides. Like we heard on both sides. I've heard it on both sides of this all along. But at the end of the day, nothing's happening about it. It's just there to keep everybody fighting. So for me, I'm just like, well, then I'm going to pull away from it. I'm not going to be involved in any of it. I don't care. That's over there. I'm over here. I just need to focus on what I'm putting my energy into, because my energy is what's important. Because for all these fucking weird people out there that are just siphoning off all of our energy, the loosh that's coming from everyone freaking out, keeping everyone weak and afraid, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be over here in my own peace, in my creating doing the inner work, creating my own peace, my own energy, my own bubble.
And that's what we have to do. Stop looking out, start looking in.
Right.
There's do that work. But it's also to put your head in the sand and be like, hey, I would argue that we are doing something about it, and that's just having the conversation right now.
Sure.
This conversation is a part of our way of and it's not like we had this whole thing planned. I mean, you guys know how this whole show started off, right? So it was this is what happens though when we have the conversation, and this is where I think if we as a society can get better about just having conversations, that's what I would hope that this podcast promotes, is that we might not agree. You might get pissed at some of the shit we even say. There's a bug flying around here. You might be offended. Then look at what offends you about it, and then let's have the conversation. I might be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right all the time. Kirsty's not saying she's right all the time. But the conversation is what we used to be able to do, and of maybe the last 10, 15 years, the conversation has become, we can't agree to disagree. We have to just disagree and then fracture, and that's unfortunate.
Yes, but also it's like I said, it's a spiritual war. It's energetic. So the more obstacles and the more arguments that are created that keeps everybody giving all of it. Like when you get triggered and you get frustrated and you start sending hatred to who and whatever, you're now creating more of that. And that's what everyone's feeding off of. It's so infectious. If you pull away from it and you don't sustain that and you don't create more of that, then it's like the way I explain it is like it's like a tennis match, right? You got two players and one side is hitting the ball to the other side and they're hitting the ball back. And you can get into a really big, or it's a gunfight or a sword fight or whatever. Let's call it a sword fight because people are angry and want to kill people with swords, right? If I'm waving around a sword at you and I'm like getting all angry and mad and I want to stab at you and you just walk away and leave the room, what do you have left? Me waving a sword around, and there's nothing I can do because I've got no one to stab if you've left the room. So the more that we disconnect from all of this stuff and we disconnect from the energy and actually start focusing on ourselves and raising our own vibrations so that we're actually all happier and calmer and raising ourselves, that's how you fight an energetic war, a spiritual war. It's not by getting angry, because then you just create more and more of that and it becomes more and more divisive. And so that's what happens. It just is fallout, burnout, everything. But if you want it to go away, you have to disconnect and not feed into it, because that's what's perpetuating the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree with that, except for when you're hurting kids who are defenseless and they're innocent. They have no stake in it. So like, I think, yes, I get your premise and I understand, but I also think
so teach the kids how to be independent, how to be strong, how to have discernment. Like that's
the pedophile kids who are being trafficked and stuff that are
for sure. But the reality is we can't do anything about what has happened already. We've got to prevent the next wave of that happening, right? So there's that, if we focused on that. And then in the meantime, the people that are doing all that kind of shit are going to get the comeuppance, because they're going to get, well, frankly, they're all in it. That's the other thing, right? Is that the people that are supposedly in charge of going after these people are all in it themselves anyway. But I think the next best thing we can do for the next generations is to pull all of those people out of that and just stop the cycle. It's like having a cycle of abuse. You just have to stop it at some point.
Well, right. There you have it. And that's the challenge right now. But people right now don't see, they're not uniting to be like all of them or most of them. So the people who want to drain the swamp are also in the swamp. It's like they don't see and this isn't specifically about Trump. And so like it's both sides. And the whole both sides thing is that the argument's designed to downplay the atrocities committed by both sides. Yeah, like to me, there's right and wrong when it comes to this. So there shouldn't be a left and right. There should be a right and wrong. And like if there are assholes who are doing shit that's wrong, then just they need to go. They don't represent us. And we can create a better world. It sounds a little Pollyanna, but we do that little by little. And the way that some people can do it is to actually go be a part of politics. But some of it might be just how you run your business, how you show up. If you're the person that works at McDonald's or Starbucks, and you can just be a good person. Someone gives you, they give you the wrong change or something, just be honest about it. Or you do a podcast where you start off in a drunken stupor and you end up with pretty heavy content. So like everyone has their way of.
And missing the full moon, which we need to go see. As we're getting all of these reminders here right now.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
I'm doing the inner work.
So. Rachel will miss it too. We might still get some of it.
We're headed to the roof.
Let's go do it. Let's go check it out.
Hey,
thank you so much, everyone.
Appreciate you tuning in. This was a interesting podcast, but love the banter, love the conversation. Love you guys. Like our relationships are what matter most to us. And this is our creative outlet to have fun every week, to connect with everyone. So we look forward to it. That's why we show up even when we aren't necessarily at our best. But thanks for putting up with the shenanigans. And we're just being authentic in who we are. So
great comments, everyone. Thank you.
Have a good night.
We'll see you 6 o'clock MST next Wednesday. See you there. And please remember to, if you're not following us already, if you can follow us and like and share, that would be awesome. I always forget to say that stuff because we're not hip kids, but it does help. So thank you. Take care, everyone. All right, let's go do it. All right. Bye-bye.